Hi everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph, and today, well, it's quite nice and sunny today, which is a great time to be in the garden. Anyway, I'm in the garden, thought I'm checking out some of my trees, just make sure everything's all right, giving it a good water, and I've come across my hibiscus. Now, hibiscus, as you remember, we've had this in the channel before. We did a lovely repot, put it in this lovely pot I got from, yes, as always, the Birmingham Bonsai boot sale, and I got the tree from there as well. And if you remember, it was a very overgrown and broom style tree, which was, wow, I did a few big cuts on it if you remember, and I sealed them up. Let's see if you can get in there. Oh, that was probably the best way to go. You see a big cut there, and some more big cuts here. I'm not sure if you can get, I can't really get into there, but some big cuts, quite a lot of places, and I neatened it out and cleared it out quite drastically in the last video, and it's coming along quite nicely, as you can see. Although, having looking at it today, it is quite pale in colour, as you can see. These are supposed to be quite dark in contrast, and well, it's a quite yellowing in colour, as you can probably make out, which probably suggests to me it's it's lacking in a few nutrients. Now, I've got some of the old slow releasing fertilizer, as if you can see there, which probably suggests to me that that's well and truly dead. It's gone. So today I'm just going to go through the tree, give it a slight prune back, because some of these shoots are a bit long, so I'm just going to bring them back. I'm just going to top up some fresh fertilizer and cut back some of the old cut sections. So I've still got some of the old chops that I've got there. If I can have a look, let me see if I can show you on. So yeah, so from the previous cuts, I've still got some left over that just needs clearing up. So today I'm just going to do a basic maintenance on it, nothing too major. So I just wanted to show you what I was doing on my trees in my spare time, and I thought I'd make a video, nice quick easy one for you today, and just basically show you how the lovely hibiscus is doing, or hibiscus, however you want to pronounce this tree. So this thing is absolutely looking sweet. It's doing really well, considering the amount of chops we did, and it's a completely redesigned. It's doing really well. So there we go. Let me just move back a little bit so you can see. Quite pleased with how this one's going, but it does need some fertilizer. So let's give it a quick trim, quick neaten up, sprinkle a bit of fertilizer, give it a water in, and hey presto, it'll be done. A little bit more growing before the end of the season. And the good thing with the hibiscus, or at least my hibiscus, is it's starting to develop and it's starting to look really nice from all angles. At least that was the plan, and it's coming along quite nicely. As I say, for today's video, what I'm going to do is just neaten it up, give it a slight prune, and just a tidy up. As you can see, it's just starting to breach the outer canopy just here. It's just gonna give it a gentle pruning. Some of it's just some of it's just coming out of the canopy, as I say, with the growth it just needs pruning back. So it's just a minor detail on some of the sections that we cut. The paste has done its job, and it's healing up quite nicely. I'll give you a close-up detail shot of that in a second. And then I've got some pruning sections that just need cleaning up as well, so such as this section here. Again, I'll show you a nice close-up of that in a minute. I will come in and just take those away. It's starting to look really nice, as I say, from all angles. The good thing with this is I don't specifically have a front per se, but if I did, I think it would be somewhere along the lines for here for me. So if it's here for me, it's going to be somewhere on the lines of there for yourself. Yeah. So this one just here probably needs a minor trim back, which I would say I'm just going to lose just there, just to tidy it up. So you can see the lower section now, and it does come up. So in terms of trimming, the only thing I'm going to do is just start bringing up, as I say, just start bringing everything into the shape that it needs to be. So this section here needs to be brought back like such, and then we've got this section that grows outwards, and it just needs to be coming upwards, as I say. but the one at the back, it goes outwards too far, so I'm just going to come in and bring that. Again, it's not going to be a massive detailing prune today because it doesn't really need it. It's just slight details work. So in the section here, I've got this little section, but in the back, it's growing outwards and then popping on this side. So this little section that it grows from at the back here, I think just gotta go and take that one out, just there. So as I say, I'm not going to be doing too much work today. It's just going to be a little bit of a pruning, just to neaten everything up. It is sort of a broom style, so as you'd expect, everything does need to just come up into the right shape of canopy. So as I'm looking through it, I just need to make sure everything looks good from all angles. And everything is not going out too far out the profile. And then I am also pruning for directional pruning. Just like that. And again, I don't think it's going to be too much, as I say, in terms of what I'm taking off. It is just minor detail work. And I've got this little section here, which is starting to get congested. Now, if I just move the tree in a little bit, instead of zooming in, you might be able to see it is getting a bit congested just in this area. And that is, if I can sort of angle it down, I've got a couple of sections here that are growing inwards. I just need to come in and take them away. Grab all of that. Also, will I need to take that one off? Yeah, let's take that one off as well. That'll uncongestion that section. So now it's not crowding everything out. And I think I've got the same just here as well. There we go. And that's basically all I'm needing to do. It's just making sure everything's not crowding out. And I've also got one little section just in there that's crowding out as well. So I think pretty much, if I know you've got you zoomed in, but if you can see anything crowding out, I'll just need to take it out as well. But I think that's everything I need to do. I've got possibly one here in the future that'll need to come out, which is just this one here. But for right now, that's fine. I'm just also looking around the tree while you're zoomed in, because looking through the camera lens is also giving me a good focus point to see if I can see anything that needs to come out. And I can't see anything else, I don't think. I've got one there actually. So we're just scanning the tree. I can't see anything else. Although, if I look through here, you can see just there, I've got a little section from a previous cut we can clean up. And you might notice with these yellowing leaves, I wouldn't panic as well. Yellowing leaves is natural on the hibiscus, or hibiscus, however, as I say, you want to pronounce it. That is a natural part of this tree. They grow. Let me take them ones out, clear that as well. It is a natural part of this tree, so as new leaves develop, old leaves will tend to fall off, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So again, I'm just scanning the tree as it rotates. We're looking for anything that can be taken out from old cuts. Now the old cut that I mentioned prior is just in here where my fingers are, so I'm going to get in there with my cutters and I'm going to prune that branch off right back to where it died from. I'm going to try and get in as close as I can. Make sure that's a neat cut. There we go. And I've got one up in this corner as well, just there. in between them leaves. I'm going to try and neaten that up as well as best as I can. And there. And in terms of previous cuts, I am pretty sure we are done. So again, one more quick scan around the tree. I've got a little one there, I'll neaten up. And I'm happy with that. I'm just looking at the tree, and again, when I was talking about congestion, I think just a little bit congested up here as well. I'm going to take that one out, and I'm going to come in and just take that section out as well. It gives me a nice shape of the tree. I'm pretty sure that is everything that needs doing. I think we are okay now. Take that one out as directional pruning so it grows this way. Now I haven't taken an awful lot off, but what I have taken off has just neatened up the whole tree. So as you can see, everything is just in shape now. It gives a nice dimension to the tree. So as you can see, this side is now started to set off over this side, and it will start to develop round like this. This side is a little bit more upright. You can see it more on this side here. It needs to come over this side. So ideally I'd like a branch or something just to grow and give it a more symmetrical sort of shape. So if it was more like this way, so if this branch was more like here, I mean, it is flexible enough. I could put a bit of wire on it just to manipulate it downwards, I suppose. I mean, that is plausible. It's something I could possibly do. And I mean, why not? I might just throw a bit of wire on it just to give it that flexibility. It's got the flexibility, so I mean, I think I should do that actually, just to bring it in line to where it needs to be. But if I get some backbud in there, that'd be even better, so it doesn't leave a gap up here. But I'm going to throw a bit of wire on it anyway, just in case. So I'll throw some wire on it in a minute, and I'll show you the difference that leaves. But as you can see, it's more, this side of the tree goes upwards, so if that comes down, yeah, we need to throw some wire on it. I'll throw some wire on it just to manipulate it that way, and then I'll show you the difference. So if you remember what it looks like now, and then I'll just put some wire on it, and then the rest of the tree will be fine. So here we go. I'll change it and put some wire on it now. So I've just put a tiny bit of wire on it. It is pretty loose, as you can see, but it's enough to bend it down just enough that it's not as flat as it was. So this is the branch, as I say, and as you see, it's come down a little bit, so it's not got that flat appearance that it did have now. It now matches more or less the other side. So this one's more out, it comes up, whereas it was like this. Now it's down here a little bit, but it doesn't give too much of a massive gap up the top. As you say, as these sections in the middle here, just here, they'll grow in as well. This will grow in, and then hopefully we've got an area in here that's got daylight, so we can get some growth this way as well. And as you can see, it's got a nice bit this way. This bit has got a lot going on here as well, and then obviously we'll keep that. So it's got plenty of growth going on. It's got a nice figure to it, and as you say, one commenter did say, and I do agree with him, that this is probably a grafted tree at the base here. You can see it's got a bigger inverse taper, so it's probably grafted. Later down the line, if it doesn't thicken up and blend well enough, I could always air layer this and get myself a nice real, as you say there, a nice good flare going on. But for the time being, the tree overall is looking absolutely stunning. Really like it. It's developing nicely. But one thing I do need to do now is get some fertilizer on it, get this tree back in plenty dark green, because for now it has got some yellow in it, and I want to get it nice and dark green before the end of the year. So this fertilizer I'm putting on is only a 777 mix. I'm not going too strong. As I say, it's not towards, well, it is towards the end of the year now, so if I go 2020 or anything stronger than that, you're going to get too much growth, and the tree is going to have too much growth towards the end of the year, and it's well, it's going to keep growing, and we don't want that. I just want enough colour getting back into it. I want to make sure it's healthy towards the end of the year for it to do its thing over the winter, have enough energy stored so that it's okay for next year. So that's plenty enough fertilizer. My hibiscus, nice little trim for it today, nothing major, like literally just a little bit, literally a handful of leaves have come off it today. It's just a nice tidy up, make sure everything is healthy with this tree, and now I've given it plenty of fertilizer for the year, the rest of the remaining year, because obviously that all fertilizer is completely done with. It should get some nice energy going through it, some nice dark leaves before the end of the year. Make sure it's going well for the rest of the growing season. Anyway, if you like this one and you want to continue to see how healthy this awesome little tree is getting on with, and you want to follow the channel, please do subscribe. Don't forget to like this video because it's an awesome little tree, and you do like this tree. Please do like. Anyway, thanks for watching today. I've got to ponder around the rest of the garden for the rest of the afternoon, so if you want to see more videos, as I say, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today. See you around.